Hi, it's Pat in the cockpit. Monday, the 29th of May. It's Memorial Day for all you in the United States. Uh, it's been a while since we've done a flight. We've updated our server computer, so we're kind of starting over from scratch on the YouTubes as far as setting up streams. So let's hop in the cockpit. We're going to do things a little differently today. We're going to try something different. We're going to try to do real cold and dark today. I mean, everything. So it's going to take a little longer. Probably a quick flight, 42 minutes. We're going to go from Chicago to Louisville, but it's going to take a lot longer to get the flight set up. We're going to try to go through all the steps we do when we set a flight up. So let's hop in the cockpit and get things fired up. Like I said, I rebuilt my server with a 7950 AMD processor. It's quite impressive. Performance seems to be much better. So before we get started here, let me get all locked in here and check the coffee level. And I'm going to go into the stream and make sure that it seems to be running okay. Bear with me 1 second, please. Actually, I don't want to do it from there. I could probably just do it from my phone. Oh no, I want to do it from here because I want to get to chat. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get this to working. Okay, I'm live. Okay, I'm live. Okay. Pop out the chat. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I'm going to fire some computers up here. Get saddled up. Okay, to start with, let me get that. We're going to fire up these 3 front computers to start with. So they're cold and dark, and they run on their own copy of X-Plane. And we'll get all 3 of those running. And the next thing we're going to do is get X-Plane fired up. Bear with me, please. This is... Okay, you should be able to see my X-Plane there. Loading up. And we're going to go to a safe flight here. We use the same, oops, that one didn't start over there on that screen. Let me fire that up. We're going to, oops. We're going to go to load save flights, and we always load the same flight. It's the non-ZiboMod 737 in San Diego. That's our default load into airport. That way we're not going to crash an X-plane, hopefully. Hey Samuel, how you doing? Can you hear me okay? Hopefully my volume's is good. So we're loading up X-plane right now. And we're going to load up in San Diego with the non-ZiboMod. And we've got, we're using Active Sky for XP. We'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, we are now in San Diego. Thanks for the volume report there, Samuel. So we're sitting in San Diego, and now we're gonna go ahead and change the plane over to where we're leaving from, which is Chicago. KORD, and oops, that wasn't right. KORD. And we're going to do, I think we were at 16 last time when we landed here. Yep, 16. And we're going to go confirm. And we'll go over here and we'll fix all failures just in case. We will be in the latest ZiboMod, which is version 16, which we loaded up yesterday. And we'll do real time. And we're going to put manual weather, which is going to be Active Sky, combination Active Sky and X-plane. And we'll do start new flight. Okay, we'll get that going. Thanks, Samuel. Appreciate it. So our front screens now are in San Diego, and as soon as the server over here on the right, the new computer we built, takes over, it'll tell the three visuals where to go to. And in the meantime, okay, we are now on the server in gate 16 at Chicago, and the visuals are popping up there. It takes a couple of seconds, especially in ZiboMod, for them to pop up. I usually don't do this, but I figured I'd do a little different today and go through all the steps I go through to get a... So I think all the visuals are going, so we're going to take a look from behind the plane now. Right there, and we're going to look at the back of the plane and make sure the visuals all look good. Here's our plane. And now I'm going to move the gate over. So first I'll do it on the front screen. We just use the Shift J. Comes the gate over, I'll do it on my left screen. And I'll do it in my server screen also. That way the gate's moving over everywhere. Let's go back into plane. So we're looking around here now. There's my plane. And let's look from the tower view. Here's a tower view right here. Chicago. The server screen is really dummied down as far as quality, because we don't fly from the server screen. So if it looks pretty blah, that's because we're not looking up on the visuals. Visuals looks much better. Anyway, let's go back into cockpit. And when I say in the cockpit, we're not in the cockpit. We're looking out the front window, about 50 degrees. This is just for setup purposes. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start VATSIM. Let's see if I can capture that, okay? Okay, to capture VATSIM, I'm going to start a new window here. Let's see. My skills in streaming are challenged sometimes, so want that one just yet. Let's get a new one. What we really want is, well, we'll look at this. And unfortunately, we just lost ATIS. Okay, we're looking at VatSpy now. Darn it. So our whole intention here was to fly in ATC. And you can see that in our ATC window here with VATSIM, I'm going to make this a little smaller. This is VatSpy. And our intention was to fly on VATSIM the whole way. And using VatSpy, we can see what areas are on. And obviously, Chicago's on. And the area that Louisville was on is now off. They have the approach and tower, so they've gone off, and there's no telling when they go on and off. So that kind of makes it difficult if we want to fly in VATSIM since they went off. Darn it. We could change locations. We could go to Detroit. They're on. That's always a good one to do. Detroit? Yeah, Detroit's on. Chicago to Detroit's also a good flight, so we could look at that one also, and they're on. I don't know how long they're going to be on. We'll look at that one then. Okay, so we're done with that. We still need to go to a new window. With oops. Window capture. And we're going to capture this one right here. Okay. This is the client for VATSIM we use, XPilot, right there. And we've logged on to it. And we're going to log on as American 1. So our settings are put in here. VATSIM number, our password, all our information. And we're going to hit connect. And we're going to connect as American 1. That's what we fly as, a Boeing 737-800, and our cell cal is DEMS. And we're going to hit connect to VATSIM. And we are connected, and we'll go behind the plane next to make sure nobody's sitting on us. Good there. Very good there. We're going to go look at that in just a second. Okay, so we're on VATSIM, and you can see Chicago Tower is on, Chicago Center is on, Chicago Approach is on, Chicago Tower is on, and there's an ATIS. And looking in the ATIS, that's the first thing we're going to do is check the ATIS. So let's go ahead and click on that. And unfortunately, the stream didn't pick up the ATIS. It should have. Let me try to redo that. Let's try to capture this again. Window capture. Okay. And it's not picking up the ATIS correctly. That's okay. I'm going to read it off. Very interesting. Anyway, we're connected as American 1. I might as well close this and just read off the ATIS. So the weather for Chicago is information India. So I'm going to write that down to start with. So we're leaving from Chicago. KORD, information India. And let me read this off. What is it? I can't read it. 1651 Zulu. Time is 1651 Zulu. Presently, it's 1800. So this is over an hour old. Let's see if we can get some newer weather. This is really old weather. KORD. I'm going to go into Navigraph right here on my iPad right here. And 1751 is a newer. So the one that VATSIM is broadcasting is really old. And winds are 108. Visibility is 10 miles. We're broken at 18,000. And broken at 25,000. Writing this down on my little fly right sheet here on my knee pad. 28 is the temperature, 5 is the dew point. Altimeter is 30.02. 30.02. And the ATIS says we're departing let's see what they're departing on. Arrivals vectors 10 center. Departures expect runways 9 center from E and F, and I can't even read this. Excuse me, my eyes are. I'm reading it off the server screen. Departures expect runways 9 center from E. From FF, and 10 left from DD. So we're going to take 10 left from Delta Delta. Okay, and let's go and look at the weather for Chicago. I'm sorry, Detroit, KDTW. And right now Detroit is 106, and let's see what the ATIS for the arrivals are. Visual runway 3 right, 4 left. Let's see. Most likely we're going to take 4 left. Yeah, we'll take 4 left. And let's go look at VatSpy. We go to VatSpy, I think we can, and we should be able to come over here on VatSpy and look at we can see Chicago right there, and it's got an ATIS up, and we can look at the ATIS there. And it's not popping up on our screen that I'm trying to broadcast, but I can read it to you. So Detroit, ATIS is information information Yankee, and the print is so small. Visual approaches 4 left, 3 right. Okay, we're going to take 4 left, and we'll close it. Okay. So we can minimize that and close that, and you can see right now that if I go to VatSpy, right there, you can see that we have Chicago Center and Cleveland Center online. Hopefully they'll stay online. And we've got approach for Chicago. Okay. We'll go ahead and close that. So now we're going to go set up a flight. Let's fire up the plane now. We are on VATSIM, so we're going to go to our checklist next, and we're going to go to the originator portion. We need a dispatch load sheet. We'll get that printed out in a minute. We need to put the voltmeter on battery and close the DC battery switch. And how come we don't have power in the plane? Oh, duh, I need the batteries. Okay, close that one and a standby. How come we don't have power in the plane? Standby. Let me get my screens down, my zhsi screens going. I'll get them going first. Didn't have these screens running. Okay, those screens are running. And come over to X-plane. Oh, that's because we're still in the, my mistake, we're still in the virtual, the Laminar Research 737. We need to be in the ZiboMod. So we're just going to change planes now that we're here at Chicago. That's easy to do. We'll just pick the ZiboMod plane and go start new flight. And that'll take a minute to load up. And we did this before. And you can see it's loading up. And I think we lost our okay, there's our window for X-plane, and we'll just go behind the plane and look at it again. And I'm going to reconnect. We get disconnected when we swap planes. And connect. American 1. And we go behind the plane, so we'll make sure that we don't render on top of somebody else. And we should be able to see the other traffic. And there's some traffic over there. These little red markers are call signs. There's planes here. Okay, we're good. Let's go back in the cockpit. And we can get rid of that screen. Okay, now we can go back to our checklist. So close the battery switch, and we got power. And close the standby switch, and in 90 seconds the primary flight display should come up. So in the meantime, we're going to check alternate flaps. They're closed. Fuel pumps are off. Wipers are parked. Hydraulics are off. Gauges are started. Landing gear is down and confirmed. 3 green. Weather radar is in test. Fire warning. Can you hear that when I do the fire? Tell me if you can hear that. I might need a new audio. And bear with me, I'm going to see if I can capture X-plane. Okay, let's see if I can capture that. Hold on. Only way to know for sure is to go into the stream. Capture that. Hold on. Yeah, it sounds good. I think we can live with that. Okay, ground powers. Okay, after the 90 seconds, those 3 screens came alive, like they're supposed to. They're running off battery power. And we come up here, we got -8 amps. So we're on fire warnings tested, ground power. We're going to hook up to a GPU. So we'll go into the electronic flight bag, start the flight, open up the forward entry, turn on the steady light. That's good. And we'll start the GPU, ground power unit, and get power in the plane. And these screens should come alive. And we'll... That's good. Okay. We got power in the plane. We'll turn on the galley, and we're gonna put the FMC on so you can see the FMC. Bear with me 1 second. So this lower right one right here. And let's put in our captains. Oops. Let's put in our displays here. And they're not working. Stand by. Gotta close something here. Okay. The screens behind me, I can close this here. Okay, the 2 screens behind me are my primary flight display and my nav display. And this screen right here is the captain side CDU. So you can see it, and you got this little camera over here. And then I've got another capture device here. This Elgato front visual. Bear with me, I'm going to get rid of some of this junk I don't need. Window capture, delete. Window capture. Delete. Window capture, delete. Too many window captures. Okay, let's get the front visual. So this screen up here is my capture card that goes through my server. It's the front visual computer going through my Elgato card and my server to so you can see it. So that's my just my front screen in 4K. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to set our IRSs. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the FMC and check our model number of the plane, 737-800, and the rating is 26,000, and our nav data is up to date. Op program's correct. We'll go to page 2, look at the performance defaults, the numbers, and the model engine looks good. Now we'll go to position initialization, and we'll put in the reference airport. Kilo Oscar Romeo Delta. And what did I say we were at? 16, Hotel 16. We're at Hotel 16, we'll put that in. And we're going to go to page 2 of 3 and grab the GPS coordinates, come back here and drop them in there. So that is now loading up. And in the aft overhead, we've got 4 minutes until the IRSs are aligned. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate the volume reports. Okay, let me go to flight info. So I'm going to put flight info in here, up in the upper left. X-plane version 12.05 Romeo 1. ZiboMod is latest version 16. We'll be flying as on VATSIM as American 1, and we'll be flying. It looks like we're not flying down to there, so we'll change that. Let's see. Let's go flight info, and let's change this to Detroit. KDTW. And how about we do it in capital letters? KDTW. We'll hit OK. Hey Curtis. How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna be a while, so got a plane coming in here on VATSIM. I think we're going to Detroit. Pretty sure. Let's go back and look at VatSpy. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is go into I use FlightAware to find out what real world flights are doing. So I'm going to go into my ForeFlight into FlightAware, and I'm going to put in Chicago. Well, I can hear that plane going by. I'll put in Detroit and see who's flying there. And we've got American flight that's scheduled. Oh, here we got an American CRJ7 taxi and just left the gate. So we'll grab his route. We're just going to grab his route, and he's going to flight level 230. He's going very low, but it's a quick flight. View in. So we said we were taking off on runway 10 left. Oh, I don't know what the weather in. Hold on, I got to figure out what the weather. We're landing north, 4 left. Bear with me. I got to clear everything. No, I don't. So we'll be arriving on the KISS 2 portal transition. So do that again. Arrival is the KISS 2 portal transition into 4 left, right there. Okay. And it looks like they're going up and over for some reason. Let me look at the weather. They're tending to go north, and I don't see any nasty weather here that should indicate why they're doing that, but you know, we'll just do what they're flying. We'll be we're setting all this flight up in ForeFlight right now. I'm sorry, yeah, ForeFlight. We'll be coming in on the 4 left. ILS Yankee 4 left. And the grab transition right there, okay. Okay. And then we'll pack our bags here. Somebody's giving me a beep all the time, and I don't know why. Haven't figured that one out. Okay, we've got a route. And it's not necessarily the route I would take, but we're going to take it anyway. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go in here and start another capture, so you can see what I'm doing as far as routing. So we'll go into SimBrief, and I'm going to capture that one and put it up here. Bear with me 1 second. And window capture and SimBrief. Go OK. And you should see that. Popped it in there really nicely, I think. So we're going to go to SimBrief and go to New Flight and put American 1 in. AAL1, oops, AAL and flight number 1. And we'll be departing KORD and arriving. We'll put our variant. We're doing our variant is a 737-800 for American, and we'll be arriving in Detroit, KDTW, right there. And this will automatically give us a routing with an alternate. And we're looking at a 50-minute flight. They're saying 23,000. I don't think that's high enough. I'm going to go much higher than that. I'm going to go 20. I'm going to go up. Why is that routing really low? Let's go to 31,000. We're going east, so it's going to be an odd number. So we're going to come down here, and being a 50-minute flight, we don't want too high. Let's go 29,000. Yeah, 29,000. It's only a 50-minute flight. We'll spend all day climbing and descending. So we've got our SimBrief set up here for Detroit from Chicago. We got American 1. Alternate is back to Chicago. Okay. Got our plane information here. It's all set up, been brought in automatically. We're using Lido maps with detailed Navigraph. We don't need to have anything else picked here. Options, we're leaving 10 left right there. And we'll be arriving on 4 left right there. And altitude is going to be flight level 290. So let's put that in. 29. Got that in there. And if we scroll down here, this is the route it's given us, but I don't think that's the route we're going to. Okay, we're going to use the Reiner, Departure, Batman, Taze, Portzel. They're calling for the Richty 2, and I'm saying the KISS. Now the difference is one's a vectored arrival, one's an RNAV. I want to pick the RNAV, so I'm going to go to the charts and look at this real quick. So bear with me 1 second while I look at my charts. I'd much prefer to do an RNAV arrival. So I'm going to go to plates for Chicago and look at the arrival, and I'm saying I want the KISS right there, and that is called a RNAV star. That's what I want. I definitely want the RNAV star. So we're going to change this as opposed to a vectored arrival. So this is going to be the KISS 2. KKISS2. And we're going to analyze this route, and it comes up all green, so that looks really good. We're all set. We got our pilot ID in here and our name, and we can generate a flight plan now. So I'm going to hit generate flight plan, and here's our this is synopsis of our flight right here. And more importantly, it's going to give us fuel information and top of climb. So what I want to do before I do anything is start loading the fuel. So I'm going to go into my electronic flight bag, Let me move this aside so you can see what I'm doing here. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to go into my electronic flight bag here, and I'm going to request the fuel. And the fuel is let's see what the fuel is here. Block fuel is 15,359. 15,359, did I say? Yeah, 15,359. And we'll request the fuel truck.
Ground flight deck hose is connected.
And then payload, which is going to be passengers with their baggage and their cargo, is 33,033. I'll put that in. 33,033. I got that in. Okay. So we're pretty much done here. We can go ahead and pre-file. But before we pre-file, we're going to come over here and go to SimBrief Downloader. So I can close this now. And close that one. And we'll go to SimBrief Downloader. And I'm going to export this. Let's see if I can put this screen up here. Window capture. And there we go. So now you can see my SimBrief downloader. And I'm going to show you that right now I'm downloading to a Leonardo MD80. This is for my ACARS, so I can print out. It gives me a format of 40 characters. I'm going to, using SimBrief, I'm going to automatically download to this format to my printer. And I'm coming down here and I'm clicked on VPilot, actually XPilot, for my documents. So I get my plan over there, and I'm also sending it to X-Plane 12 FMS plans, and I'm also sending an XML data file to the same place so I can have that information in my forecast descent in my FMC, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to send it to those different places. So I'm going to hit OK, and it sent it to those 4 places. And it says waiting, but it sent it there. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to close that, and close that. Okay. Now I can come to my FMS plans, and I'll show you how I do that. Bear with me 1 second. Let me capture this one. Capture a window. Okay. And right now, you can see, let me see if I can get it. It's not real big, so bear with me. I'm going to see if I can. So what I'm going to do is, what I have here is at the very bottom it says KORD to KDTW.
Ground flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you're good to go.
FMS plans, and we have an XML. So we're going to change this XML to a FMS format so our CDU will read it for descent information. So all I do is come to FMS and click on it and hit F2 and hit Control C to save it, and come up here to the one right above it and hit F2 again and hit Control V, and that saves it in an FMS format the XML and an FMS format. But now I have 2 files for Chicago to Detroit that I can use in my FMS. And these ones above it are just for previous flights. I can get rid of those. So nice little trick there. We'll show you how we use that later on. So we've done our SimBrief, we've done our FMS plans. Now we need to do our flight planner. This is where it gets fun. So let's pick, this is in our documents under flight planner. I'm going to pick this ACARS one right here. And I'm going to close this one and open a new window. Bear with me. And okay. So this screen here is all my printout for my printer. Let's see if I can, I'll just start at the top. So we have American 1. This all comes from the OFP through the Leonardo ACARS FMS downloader in SimBrief to this 40 character format. It's got all the information, more information I need. So I'm going to cut some of it out. So American 1, OFP number 1, we get our destination, our plane, our cruise, our cost index, top takeoff weight, block, fuel, ZFW. This all comes from our OFP and SimBrief. Cruise altitude, winds, taxi trip information. So all these waypoints in between I don't need, so I'm going to get rid of these to start with. I do this on every flight, just like that. I'll get rid of this word ATS route. And so what I'll do is I'll get rid of any word that says direct, because I know it's direct. And I'll bring this up, bring it over, get rid of direct. So this is our routing. Raynor, Bartman, Taze, Portzel, Kiss, and that's our routing. And then we'll come up here, summary, and we'll get rid of this, just like that. And make a little line there. And I'll come here. And right in there, we're going to put our payload. We'll just cut and paste it from our OFP. Copy. Come back over to here. And we'll just paste it right in there. And there's our payload. So we've got 143 packs. And fuel is 15,359. Cargo is 7,865 for a total payload of 33,033 plus fuel. Taxi is 250 pounds. Trip fuel, American 1. Estimated time of departure, estimated time of arrival. So we'll come down here and we'll just make a little line here. And now we're going to cut all this crap out. And all we need is this. All we need is this estimated takeoff right here. So we'll get rid of all this crap. Takeoff weight, landing weight, and ZFW. We'll bring this down. Average ISA is positive 8. Okay, then we're going to get rid of all this other crap here. There's a lot of junk we don't need here. Let me see if I can get rid of it. There's a whole bunch of junk we're going to get rid of now. Only other information we need is top of climb information. And where is that? Top of descent. So top of climb is obviously above top of descent. Let me find it here. And this is just a little notepad I'm working on. So we're going to go over here to top of climb, right there, and put in the words TOC, top of climb. Winds are going to be 173 at 19, and over here, right there, PO7. Put that right here. That's the ISA is a positive 7, PO7. Everything else in this sheet we can throw away. We're done with that. Take it all down to here and go, we get rid of it all. So what we're looking at here is a 40 character sheet we're going to print out with all our flight information. Let me get rid of this junk. Okay, and I'm going to save it. Control S. Hopefully, I haven't lost too many people. Oh, I don't know, Curtis. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by proper setup. Give me time for proper setup. I'm just getting my plane ready. It's going to be a while. I'm going through all this. So where am I? Now we have to do our virtual performance. We use a program called VPT. I got a doggy that wants to go out. My wife's going to take her out. Anyway, so what I want to do now is go to my virtual performance tool and enter that data. So I'm going to open up that program, and I'll share that one. This is a company in Europe that makes a program that used to do what TopCat did, but it seems to work a lot. It's much newer. I'm going to share that with you. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, so first let me reshare this. Okay, we already shared that. Now we're going to share this one, virtual performance tool. Right here. And let's see if I can get them both in here. Okay, this is our virtual performance tool. So, to start with, on virtual performance tool, okay, virtual performance tool. I'm going to come down here at the bottom where it says weights and balance right there, and click on that one, weights and balances. Hold on, I'm clicking in the wrong place again. Weights and balances right down here. And I'm going to come up and pick airplane is a ZiboMod 737 with winglets, 160 passengers, and catering is going to be standard with flight crew of 2 and a cabin crew of 4. And then I'm going to come to where it says PAX right up here, PAX. Click on that and hit the word virtual dispatcher, and it'll automatically bring over my information from SimBrief. I'm going to click on SimBrief. It'll bring in all that information automatically from SimBrief. I come here and sign it, captain's name, and sign it, and hit load OPT.
Thank you, Captain.
So
have a
it's
nice
loaded
flight.
up everything, and I can see that our packs are 143, and that's correct. I've got 136, children 7, infant 1, gives us all our weights, cargo, and if we look down here at the bottom, it'll give us our, tell us our distribution of weight, make sure it's correct, and it says we have a center of gravity of 14.6. That's all I want to look at in our takeoff weight. So we've got our taxi weight, our takeoff weight, our landing weight, and our ZFW. And that's all going to transfer. So I come here and I hit the TKO dispatch button again down here at the bottom. It's right down here at the bottom, TKO dispatch right there. And that's going to transfer it all right up into here. So over here on the right it says takeoff weight, and right below that it's the center of gravity and percentage. And here we are in Chicago, and we're going to pick runway 10 left right there with the full length. We're going to DD right there, 10 left DD. And then we're going to click on this weather button, weather data, and it brings all the current weather in. So we've got runway information, current weather right over here. We've got our, we can change our engine, derated. Flaps 5, air conditioning is auto, anti-ice is going to be off. So what we're going to do now is figure out a derated, the whole purpose of this is to figure out our performance. And so we're going to do a derate based on assumed temperature. So we go to this calculate button right here and hit the calculate, and it's going to calculate down here based on all our information a derate. So we can derate to 53 degrees C. We're going to tell the engines it's a lot hotter than it really is, so they'll think they're putting out less thrust. So we use less engine power to take off with, but we'll preserve the engines, use less fuel, but still have enough runway left over to stop the plane before a V1 cut with just the brakes. And it gives us our V1. So I can click on this printer thing and it says bug card, and I'm going to copy this. Copy all this and go Control C, hit the word done, and come over to, bear with me, come over to here. I'm going to paste it right down here at the bottom. Control V. So I've pasted it all right there. My little printout sheet. Let me just tab this over a little bit and tab that over. Okay, so this is all our performance, and it's called a bug card. It's all our information. Oh, I got a plane that's taxiing behind me. This is all our information for performance. We'll need that later on. And I left a little space in here because we're going to come back here and we're going to go back to VPT, we'll go back to airport information. The only other information we need is runway comments, and we need a slope. So it's down 0.1%. The runway slope is minus 0.1%, and our runway heading is 093. We need that format to put in our FMC. So we'll go in here and go D for down, 0.1/093. If it was up, we'd put the letter U. This is the format that the capital D, the FMC requires. There we go. That's everything. I'm going to save this, Control S, and I'm going to close this because we don't, oh no, keep that right there. I don't need this window anymore. We're done with this window. I can close that window and I can close this window. Close that window and close that window. So now what we're going to do is, you'll watch right down here, I'm going to print it out. Control P. And it's printing all that information out. We just put in that little sheet into our printer. Ta-da! And there it is. All that info. I can close this sheet on my server. So there's all our flight information, all the dispatch information, all the performance data, and that's how we do that. We'll put that right there. Now we can go into, we can close virtual performance. We're done with that. We can go in and request, let's go back to VatSpy and see if VatSpy is still, we still have Chicago and Detroit on, so we still got ATC. So I'm going to file my flight plan now. So let me go to here and share this. I'm going to share this screen. Okay, I'm going to go into SimBrief and go to Prefile. So right up here, I'm going to click on Prefile. And that's going to take me down to Prefile on a network for VATSIM down here. And I'm going to hit the word Prefile. And it's going to come up with a new screen. Let's see if I can get that screen for you. Bear with me. Here we go. So we can come up to this screen here. And this is our VATSIM pre-file. So it's got all our flight information we just did. It brought it over to VATSIM. All our information. Only thing we need right now is we need this route information for our ACARS. We're going to copy that. Control C. And we're going to scroll down here to the bottom. Under remarks, we'll put in /joinava for the company. joinava.org. That's the VA that I fly under. I'm the CEO. And we're going to hit the word File Flight Plan. It takes it right to VATSIM. And it should say, give me a nice little green, right up here it says Flight Plan filed, enjoy your flight. So I can close this, we're done there. And I guess I can close this, we're done here. There's just so many screens I gotta go through. I know this is time consuming, but this is what I have to go through for every flight. And usually I have this all done before I start streaming. Okay, now we're going to call for, oh, sorry, I'm not even close to being ready. So now I'm going to go to Join AVA and file my flight plan with our ACARS. So let me start our ACARS. Come over here. And I'm so confused sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to share this screen with you. Window capture. Here's our Join AVA, right here. This is our home page for Join AVA. And I'm going to go to Pilot and Dispatch, right there. And I'm going to put in a flight departing Chicago, KORD. Let me find it. Right there, and hit for search, route search. And we're going to Detroit. So that should be right over here. Should be able to see. Oops, that wasn't right. There we go. Okay, Detroit, and we'll just grab one of these envoy flights just for routing purposes. And we'll grab that flight right there. And we're not going to use. Use the KISS-2 arrival. KISS-2. And we're going to file schedule a flight. Right there. Successful. Okay, we're done with this window. Now we're going to come over and go to our ACARS. Right here. Why aren't we seeing the ACAR screen? Bear with me. I got a plane sitting next to me. It's got its engines running. That's what you're hearing. Let me start a new screen here. Capture new screen. Here we go. Here's our ACAR screen. So I'm going to come in here and go to the flights. And grab the flight, refresh it, and there's our Chicago to Detroit flight. And I'm going to hit the word fly on VATSIM, put in how many passengers we have, which is 143 souls today. We're going to flight level 290. This is all our ACARS information, 290. And we're going to change the plane to a Boeing 737. 800. Okay, and we're going to hit start.
Welcome aboard, everyone.
Okay, that's running. I can close this window now. And I just received something from maybe I'm hearing the APU. Let me turn this down. Yeah, I hear somebody. It's pretty loud. Oh, I see your engines over there. Yeah, maybe it's your APU. I mean, I'm hearing something. Anyway. So Curtis, can you hear me hearing you? Let me look out behind me. I hear somebody. It's really loud. Bear with me. I'm gonna go behind me. Yeah, see, there's a plane behind us. There's an American plane. That was an American plane taxiing behind us, Curtis. That wasn't you. Okay. Just an American plane. Okay, so we've got our ACARs running. We're filed. Let's go into our Navigraph, and on our, hold on a second. In our Navigraph over here on this Microsoft Surface Pro, we're going to go to unload the old flight, and we'll delete all the old stuff. Edit, delete all, and we're going to import flight from SimBrief, and the one we just did, we've just imported, it automatically puts the charts down here. So we've got our charts here, and what we're interested in, there's no actual departure. We're going to be taking the Chicago, we do have a departure. It's the O'Hare 7 departure. And we'll grab that. And we're also going to grab an approach plate in case we have to come back on 10 left, 10 center. We'll grab it. And we'll put that frequency in for 10 center. So frequency is a 108.95. 108.95. And heading is 093. Okay, and the VOR, let's see. .10825. Let's see if we can pick that up. And we picked up that one. Doesn't look like we picked it up. Let's try 113 for Northbrook. Okay, we got Northbrook. So we have a VOR and we have our return ILS just in case. So that's all set up. We got our fuel. Now, we come into our FMS and go to Index, Nav Data, Flight Plans, and we're going to grab the Chicago to Detroit flight and put it in routes. Right here where it says route, we'll drop it in there, and we'll put in American 1 right there, and runway 10 left, and we're going to be departing on 10 left, and we'll be arriving on ILS Yankee 4 left, Gerback transition, and we'll be coming on the KISS 2. Oops, we dropped something there. And with the Portsel transition, route, activate, execute, performance. We're getting there very slowly. Okay, most of this is already done when I start my stream. So this is what our sheet is for. So to start with, our fuel, we'll confirm our fuel is 15.4, and that's correct. Our ZFW is 128.1. 128.1. Our cost index of our sheet is 35. Oops, 128.1. Under ZFW, reserves, final reserves 2.4. That's just a warning. Cost index is 35 off the sheet. Our flight altitude off the sheet is 290. And our cruise, top of cruise is 173 at 19. 173 at 19. You know, before I get too far ahead of myself with a +7 on the ISA, I should call for clearance in case they want to change my routing. You know that? So let's go contact Chicago. So we're gonna go look at X-Pilot frequencies, and we have a tower, and let's see what the ATIS is. Our ATIS is Juliet, and we're gonna call for tower 120.75. And we'll call him. Oops, I'm not hearing anything. Something's not good. There we go. Oh, Kilo's on. Chicago Tower, American 1, IFR to Detroit, we have Kilo. What was that departure frequency for American 1? Oh, that was nothing. Okay, American 1's cleared to Detroit. O'Hare 7, radar transition, then it's 5, climbing via the SID. Expect 5, maintain 5,000, expect 29er, 10 after. Departure frequency is 119.0, squawking 3113. 3114, my apologies. Fox, anyway, we can get 10 left at Detroit. Copy that, 10 left Delta, and we'll advise on taxi for America 1. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, we got our clearance. And we can execute this. And we'll go to N1 limits. And off our sheet, our reduced temperature is 53 degrees from our VTP program that we just did. And that gives us an N1 of 94.3 when it's supposed to be 93.2 off the sheet, but once we start our packs, that will drop to 93.2. So that's all set. We can go to takeoff page. We'll go to page 2 of 2, and we'll get the runway winds, KORD, And at 1851, I'll shut that noisemaker off. So at 1851, winds are 080 at 9, gusting to 16. So we can't put in that. So what we'll do is take the difference between 16 and 9, which is 7, and split the difference and add it to the 9. So we'll add 4 to the 13. So it'll be 080 at 13. 080 at 13. We'll put that in. Our slope, which is we calculated from our VPT, which was the down 0.1. So that's D delta 0.1 at 093. We'll put that in. We have our temperature in. Everything looks good there. We'll go to page 1 on the takeoff, and our flaps will be flaps 5, and our center of gravity off our little cheat sheet here is 14.6, and that's confirmed. Very nice. And so FMC calculated our V1 to be 137, rotate 140, and V2 to be 144. Our VTP program, which is separate from the plane, calculated 139, 141, and 145. So we're within one knot on everything, real close. So we're good with that. So we go to our legs page now, and we're going to be radar vector to Reinar. And I move it up mainly so I can get my VNav to operate correctly. And we're going to step through this now. We'll put it on plans, and we'll just step through everything, and it just should take us all the way over to Detroit, and then we'll be on a final fix. And we'll go page 2 fix. Page 1 is going to be Detroit, KDTW. And we'll put a 100-mile circle around there so we know our top of descent, and a 30-mile circle so we'll know we need to be at 10,000 feet, 250 knots, and a 10-mile circle, flaps up maneuvering speed. Another plane behind us. Okay, now we're going to go fix number 2, and we'll put in that last waypoint on the arrival, which is Scruggs. SKRUG, and we'll put that fix in there. And the reason we're doing that is we want to make sure we don't self-vector in. So this is just a warning. So we're supposed to heading 218. So I'll put 218 Scruggs, and that'll draw a little line on my nav display that is a visual indication not to self-vector. And the other thing we're going to do in Detroit is we're going to put a line out the back of the runway from 4 left so we know which way to head. And that's going to be heading at 216. So we're going to 216, 216/10, and that'll draw an imaginary line at 10 miles so we can intercept our 10-mile and our heading visually. We'll still put a VOR in there. Okay, we're all set on the planning on the FMC. We're all set there. FMC's all set. Performance is done. We've got ACARS. We got clearance. Our charts are done. We'll come over to Navigraph, and we'll put in. We're going to put in the plate. Is going to be Chicago taxi plate, and we'll be taxiing to 10 left. Delta Delta instead over the 9 center, which is way the hell over there. I don't know why you wanted us to go over there. Okay, Jim, hi. It's good to see you. I'm not, Jim, I see after it says hi, Pat. P-I-S? Piss? Okay. You can be pissed. Where was I? 3001 on the altimeter. We'll set this one. 3001 in our standby is all set. Excuse me. Let's check the caffeine level. Get kind of low here. Let's continue on with our checklist. Originator portion is finished. We're going to pre-flight. So leading edge devices, good. Service intercom is off. EECs are on, engine reversers are off, passenger oxygen is normal and guarded, crew oxygen is correct, flight recorder is in test, Mach speed, good, stall warning, that's good, and oh, Sasha, hi, you next to me? You flying too? Sasha says he's next to me. Let me go look. What side? Shift 8. Which call sign, Sasha? What's your call sign, Sasha? I see Roger's next to me, but you're in a taxi position, right? Okay, so overhead's good, 3 greens, PSEU, and now we're going to do the flow test. Can you guys hear what's going on inside my plane as far as when I'm pushing the buttons? Okay, and we'll do our light test. Do our pedestal check, fire control panel, CDU, MIP, glare shield, forward overhead, aft overhead. Lights look good. And we'll do our forward overhead. All the standbys are closed and guarded. Yaw damper is on. Crossfeed is in progress. Navs are all normal. Displays are auto and normal. Crossfeed's completed. Pumps are off. Equipment cooling is normal. All the power looks good. Get everybody in their seats. And we're going to go left side. Window heat test in progress. TAT test passed. Recorder test. Let's shut the gates. That's good. And recerts are on. Overhead, overheat wing body passed. Packs are auto. Isolation is open. Engines are on. Bleeds are on. 29,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boarding doors are closed. Flight attendants prepare doors for departure. Crash check, fair price strap, stand by for all call.
At Chicago.
All right.
670.
Give us a ring if you need anything.
That's good. We'll go to alternate. Manual, close, open. Looks good. Anti-collision is on. Probe and steadies to steady. We're going to do our auto flight enunciator test. 3 ambers, 2 reds, and an amber. Refuel, fuel flow reset done. N1 auto, speed ref auto. Auto brake is to RTO. Flaps are up. Speed brake is up. Reversers are up. Idle cutoff is in cutoff. We'll do our thrust configuration alarm for the right side. That's good. And the left side. So what's your call sign, Sasha? We're all good there. ACE is obtained, clearance is obtained, CD user program, radios are set, EFIS panel, mode panel. Engage, captain side, first officer, and we'll put in our 144 for our V2. And heading is, we should be able to figure that out, 093. And he said maintain 5,000. And we've got our O'Hare chart departure right there. And what do they tell us on this departure plate? Let's see. All aircraft. 5,000. It's a vector departure. And we're done there. We're done there. And we can turn that on. Trim. calculated trim is 625, off the sheet 650. We're good, so we'll set it for 650 and we'll do our stab trim cutoff test, and that passed. And we'll set it for 650 on the trim. And we can watch it here, we can watch it up there. 650 looks good. We'll zero out our aileron and trims. That's good. Stab trim is closed. Squibs are good. Cargo fire detection passed. Okay. 3114, and we'll set in auto and start our APU. Get it going. Oh, okay. Okay, APU is warming up. I'm going to go in here and request better pushback.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
This was crashing our sim earlier. Hopefully it doesn't crash it now. We're going to push back into the alley.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Okay, APU is on and hot. Let's move the gates back. Okay, everybody's in their seats. We called ground, and we're gonna make sure we got enough hydraulic pressure to set the brakes now. And that's confirmed. They're gonna pull the chocks and set the brakes and turn off the hydraulic pressure so they can hook us up. Oops, that should have moved away. Okay. And I need to go look outside, guys.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Make sure there's nobody behind me. Curtis, did you copy that? I'm getting ready to push. Tower 120.75. Okay. Get a checklist. And Chicago 7 approach is 119.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay. Stabilizer override switch is normal. A ground proximity warning test. Got to do that.
Light slow.
Okay.
Pull
Before
up.
push, zero fuel weight
Wind shear.
is
Wind shear.
confirmed.
Wind shear.
And ones.
In up. Sink rate.
Now it's 93.3, just like it's
Terrain.
supposed to be.
Terrain. Pull up.
Perfect now.
Don't sink.
V speeds
Don't
are
Too low.
set and
Terrain.
correct.
Too low.
Stab trim
Shear.
is set and
Too
correct.
low. Flaps.
Fuel pumps
Too
are
low.
on.
Terrain.
We don't
Light
need center.
slow. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Approaching
How are,
Minimums.
how are the volumes there, guys? They sound okay?
1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Too low. Terrain. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Okay.
Obstacle. Obstacle. Obstacle ahead. Pull up.
Set gate for departure. We're good there. That's on. So we're set on the transponder, and we got the anti-collision light on. We're all set there. We're ready to push, guys. And we'll look one more time. I'm pushing. And we'll write this down. We're pushing at 1921 Zulu. Here we go. And we'll put the screen to there and put the packs off.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
And we've got sufficient pressure for light off. And we're going to go ahead and start number 2. There's Sasha right behind me. Okay, and we're going to start number 2. Yeah, Sasha, I got you. I got my mirrors out. And we're starting number 1. That's Sasha behind me in the stream, guys, up in the upper right corner. Okay, let's start number 1.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, while he's disconnecting the tow, I'm going to go get coffee, guys. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. We're going to taxi here in just a second. Okay, before taxi checklist. Fuel cutoff levers are up. Generators are on. Probe heats are good. Anti-ice not required. Hydraulics on, bleed air on, APU's off. I forgot to do that. Lights, APU off, continuous, flaps set for 5, weather radar, and weather control. Pitch, and roll. And there we go. And Tower American 1 ready to taxi to 10 left Delta Delta with Kilo. Alpha 15 November for 10 left Delta Delta America 1. 15 over here. Well, Sasha, thanks for joining me, Sasha. And Curtis, thanks for joining me. I think he's doing a transfer to controllers. Thanks for the report there, Jim. Okay, saw a shot to figure that out. One zero left, clear for takeoff at Delta, heading 360 on takeoff. Here, come on. Okay, lights, camera, action, guys.
For departure.
Clear right.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Okay, minimum retraction altitude is 1468. Okay, here goes. %, and auto throttle, and we're running. Here we go. Thrust coming up. Trim set. And we've got tape alive. Forward on the pressure here.
$80 knots.
80 knots. confirmed, positive rate. We have to get up to 1400 before we can
400.
start turning. And turning left.
1,000.
Tower American 1 through 2200 for 5,000, turning left 360. 119er, nothing for American 1. Have a good day. Okay, let's get the flaps up. And departure American 1 with you through 2700 for 5,000, turning left 360. One 5,000 direct winner, American 1. Direct radar to 15,000. Speed's looking good. 15,000. And we'll be accelerating to 250, guys. Flaps up. And we're going to put the autopilot on so we can figure out this volume problem we got. Okay, somebody's saying I have a volume problem. Fly with Rookie. Oh, fly with Rookie. I don't know. Hey, Rookie, can you hear me okay on the volume here? Oh, you can't hear me in the ATC stream. Okay, that's what you can't hear me. I have to figure that out. So, Sasha, when you said the ATC stream, you mean you can't hear me on VATSIM? I'm on 119.0. It was on tower. And it looks like Sasha's going a different route than me. I'm going up and around. He's going, I think, a little more direct. You cannot hear ATC. Let me see if I can fix that, guys. Thank you. .35 for American 1. Thank you. Center American 1 with you, 10,000 to 300 for 15,000. Uh, 260 knots, climbing to 300 knots.
American Airlines, thank you for flying with us today. We're proud to be Air Transport World's 2017 Airline
290, we'll check that message. Thank you. American 1.
If you are not an Advantage member,
normal speed, American 1.
Sign up at aa.com/join to earn miles for today's flight and continue earning miles with our retail and travel partners. Our Advantage Aviator MasterCard is another great way to earn miles for everyday purchases and enjoy benefits, such as your first check bag free.
And Center America 1, thanks for the message. We'll comply.
Not an aviator card number? See a flight attendant and receive an exclusive offer when you apply in-flight today. Shortly, we will begin our in-flight service. We offer a selection of complimentary beverages. Wi-Fi service is available on this flight. Connect to the AA in-flight service and open your browser. You can access AA.com in its dark for key flight connections and other travel information. If you need to power your device, AC power outlets are located at every seat. While you are seated, please keep your seatbelt
After takeoff checklist.
visible to the crew when the seatbelt sign is on, as turbulence can happen unexpectedly. If you open an overhead compartment, use caution, as carry-on items may have shifted during takeoff.
So he sent me a message that, let me fix this volume thing first, guys. What's going on in here? America 1, Direct Chief, thank you. Okay, I still can't figure out how to get this ATC in here.
Pizza was 250 American turnover.
Okay guys, will you tell me if you can pick up ATC now on my stream? Should be coming across in just a second. Let's see. So he sent me a, let's see, ATC.
Hello, hello. Last aircraft going, say again. Don't worry. I'm a little worried. United 3941 Minneapolis Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Take care.
Getting on United 3941 will be attached to that departure next time.
Take care.
Oh, thanks for the update on the sounds for, I put in my OBS, I put XPilot as one of my stream sources, so you should be able to hear ATC now. Thanks, Martin. Thanks, Sasha. So he sent me AT sent me a little love letter here. It says, you appear to have violated the airspeed, the speed restrictions on the O'Hare 7 departure. This departure has a speed restriction of 250 knots until advised. This helps facilitate aircraft separation. Please read and understand your procedures.
American 803 cross tender.
So usually when we get to 10,000, we can accelerate, but apparently you're not supposed to. I'm going to see if I can find that.
Cross tender at maintain level 230, American 803.
It's up here on the right. Speed restrictions. Right here, speed restrictions. All turbojet departures in all directions maintain 250 knots until advised by ATC. Center, American 1.
American 1, Chicago, go ahead.
I got a question. This restriction, speed restriction out of O'Hare, has this been here for a while or is this something new?
It's been here as long as I can remember.
Okay, I guess I just not paid attention to it. I'll remember that from now on. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Short final, I'm not going to SDF, I'm going to Detroit. Did I file incorrectly? I'm going to Detroit. Let's see. I was going to go to Louisville, but they didn't have ATC on, so I'm going to Detroit. Yep, going to Detroit. I originally was going to go to Louisville, but ATC went off, so. Oh yeah, short final. I was I saw that center went off for Louisville. What was that, Memphis, I guess? So I decided to go to Detroit instead. Just trying to stay current with all you guys. I got a lot of ATC going on here. I mean, a lot of chatter in the chat. Okay, that's all good. Let's, after takeoff checklist is complete and we're pressurized, we're looking good there. And we got our fix in for Detroit. We're on the progress page, we're 9 miles from top of climb, 230 miles from top of descent. Let's go look at Detroit real quick. First, we're going to go to the descent page, forecast, uplink, get our descent winds for flight level 200, 150, and 10,000. And then we'll get our flaps 30 descent information. We got that. We'll put in 111.75 at 038 in lieu of anything else. Let's get a VOR. 115.2. Okay. Oh, you're going to the wrong airport. Okay, Sasha. I originally said Louisville, so maybe that's why I confused you. I do apologize if that's what happened.
American 2511, looks like you're not going to make that crossing restriction. Cross Espo at 12,300
Sasha, my
knots,
apologies.
altimeter 3001.
You thought I was going to Detroit. Although I see you're going to get ATC down there anyway.
Yeah, American 2511, you missed your crossing restriction 5 east of Watson, so now cross ESPO at 120,300 knots, please.
ESPO at
No, I'm not.
120,300
I can only handle about one YouTube a day. Kind of burns me out.
American 1, cross tender out of maintain, flight level 230.
Tinder 230, American 1. So he's setting us up for descent, 69 miles from top of descent. So let's get the weather to start with. Go into Foreflight.
American 803, contact Cleveland Center, 119.87, good day.
Cleveland Center 18, decimal 8 on.
So the weather.
American 803, the frequency 119.87.
In
19.8 on. American 803.
KDTW. 080 at 9, and the D8 for arrivals is showing 4 left. We'll take the 4 left, unless it gives us the 4 right. No, arrivals. Info Kilo at 1853 Zulu, about an hour old.
632, radar contact lost.
060 at 9, 10 mile visibility clear, 28 and 6 on the temps, 3002 on the altimeter, simultaneous visual runway 3 right,
United
4
931,
left,
Chicago Center, say altitude, say
Zulu
airspeed.
Passing.
frequency 111.95.
United 931, altitude indicates 10,700, is that correct? And say airspeed.
This is Zulu. Let's go over here.
Yeah, altitude
Approach,
correct, and
ILS
passing,
4, Zulu.
we're at 290 knots.
United 931, roger. I just sent you a message. Don't read that right now, read it in a little bit. For right now, resume normal speed, climb
Okay,
maintain,
so
flight
we're
level
going to change
350.
our arrival.
Normal speed and not the
We'll delete.
350.
So we're going to change anything in the FMC. We automatically go to heading select and delete this. So we're going to delete 4 left and delete the arrival. And then we'll come in here and do 4 left Zulu, Greenbeck, and we'll come back to KISS and Portzel, execute, legs, and Chiefs next.
American 2511, are you going to make ESPO 12,000 feet?
Okay, we're all set there,
Yes,
and we'll go back to LNAV out of heading select. Anytime you change something in FMC, go to heading select. So the plane doesn't accidentally start going somewhere you don't want it to.
2,000 at ESPO, just to reconfirm, correct?
That's correct, 12,000 feet at ESPO.
Okay, so let's get the weather. Detroit, ATIS. Alpha at 1853 Zulu.
Chicago 7, United 2312 with level 30.
1853 Zulu, about an hour old.
United 2312, Chicago Center is also with you, ident.
Okay, we're all set there. 4 left. Let's get an approach.
United 2312, radar contact 30 southwest of Burlington,
And
welcome.
we'll go into our Navigraph and we'll go an approach and we'll go 4 left Zulu with the reback transition. Okay, and
Chicago Center, good afternoon. Bravo 91, Juliet Foxtrot 12,415, direct to Duffy.
Bravo 91, Juliet Foxtrot, Chicago Center, roger, say airspeed.
Airspeed 300.
Bravo 91, Juliet Foxtrot, roger, I just sent you a message. Don't read that right now, read it in a little bit. For right now, you may resume normal speed and climb to flight level 350.
Resume normal speed and climb flight level again, please.
Bravo 91, Juliet Foxtrot, flight level 350.
Flight level 350, 1 Juliet Foxtrot. Chicago Center, United 2195, 12,000, 15,000.
United 2195, Chicago Center, roger, say airspeed.
Speed, 296 knots.
United 2195, roger, just sent a message, don't read it right now, read it in a bit. For right now, resume normal speed, climb maintain, level 360.
360, United 2195.
United 2195, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, United 2195.
On our foreflight, we're going to put, and we've got 33 miles top of descent, and he already told us to descend. What's he changing it to, Curtis?
American 2511, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
19.0, Medicine Father Number
1. Oh, arrival from Tinder. Gotcha. So I can do that.
Chicago Center, Bravo 901, Julia Foxtrot, sorry for the speed restriction, we're slowing down to 250.
Okay, I told you you can resume normal speed, so you can do that now. The purpose of the message is just the next time that you leave, you read the chart and understand it.
From 1, Julia Foxtrot.
We should be fine.
Bravo 91, Julia Foxtrot, just sent you another message to help you find a better call sign for next time.
From 1, Julia Foxtrot.
And Tinder 230, so we can start our descent. 230. .21 miles, 19 here. Setting up our descent. And 16 here.
American 1, contact Cleveland Center 119.87, bye-bye.
11987 for American 1, thanks.
Hey, final 210, Mr. Tana. Event 2 Bravo Lake, Passenger Tana. Charlie, Uniform, heading to the well.
Cleveland Center, Delta 2500 is at Detroit, Alpha, INR to Indianapolis.
2500 Cleveland Center, to your flight plan, I don't see anybody.
And just send it through now, 2500.
And 2500 controller, changing progress to keep us speed.
And say again for Delta 2500.
Controller, changing progress, keep us speed.
Roger.
313, are you turning base? Delta 313, are you turning in?
Delta 2313, turning on to HERT for the approach.
Cleveland Center, American 1. Cleveland Center, American 1.
American 1, Cleveland Center.
Metro altimeter is 300. Again, delete speed restriction.
Cleveland Center, American 1, unreadable.
American 1, Cleveland Center, hello, descend via Rock City 2, arrival, Metro altimeter 3002. You can delete speed restrictions on the arrival.
Rock City 2 arrival for landing north. Delete speed restrictions, American 1.
Cleveland Center, Delta 2837, taxi with Alpha.
Delta 2837, runway 3 left, taxi via uniform Foxtrot Mike.
Left uniform Foxtrot
You
Mike,
changed it,
Delta
Rock City.
2837.
Cleveland Center, Delta 2500 with you, Detroit Metro with Alpha, IFR to Indianapolis.
Delta 2500, Detroit, correction, Cleveland Center, standby. American 1, I have a flight reroute for you, advise right now.
Going for American 1.
American 1, proceed direct correction after. American 1, proceed direct Rock City after Rock City, join KISS 3 arrival. Correction, KISS 2 arrival.
We just changed it to the Rock City. Okay, we'll go back to the KISS for American 1. Thanks. Did exactly what you said to.
American 1, sorry, descend via KISS 2 arrival.
We KISS 2. Yeah, we were on to KISS 2. You changed us to the Rock City. Now you want us back to the KISS 2, American 1.
American 1A from Pitt, I think Chicago didn't change your flight.
So you want us on the KISS now, correct? For American 1?
Affirmative.
Unreadable for American 1?
Affirmative.
KISS 2, American 1. Start descending. Delete. Delete, delete. 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 Exit. Legs. Okay, Tinder.
Devil 4663 is going to be stepping away for just about 2 minutes.
I'm sure.
Citadel 2500, IFR to Indy, did you get that flight win?
Delta 20.
Okay, we're all set. Here we go. Pain in the butt that was.
USA 1640 Heavy, Cleveland Center, hello. USA 1640, no problem, just let me know when you're back. Delta 2500, are you able, the Sanders 2 departure, I just have Jules direct Sanders here for you, or correction, are you able, the Barry, 2500, I'm confusing myself, are you able to Sanders 2 departure?
Affirm 2500.
Delta 2500, you're cleared to the Indianapolis Airport via Sanders 2 departure, TOR transition, direct snake pit, or correction, direct sinker, snake pit. 2500, I'm sorry. Let me start again. Cleared to the Indianapolis Airport via Sanders 2 departure, TOR transition, direct snake pit 2 arrival. Climb via SID, expect flight level 200, 10 minutes after departure. Departure will be this frequency in your squawk 6366.
Okay, we're better now.
Delta 2500 clear to Indianapolis, snake pit 2 departure, TOR transition, or correction, Sanders 2 departure, then TOR transition, snake pit 2 arrival in Indianapolis. Climb maintain 4000, 12200, 10 minutes after. Departure frequency is 6366.
Detroit's 113.4.
Delta 2500 confirm climb via the departure.
We'll go via the SID.
Okay.
Delta 2500, thank you. Read back correct, push your ramp, your discretion, call for taxi.
Is 111.95
Welcome 2500.
at
Delta
36.
2313, winds at Metro 080 at 9 knots, runway 4 left, clear going.
Delta 2313, runway 04 left, clear.
Busy guys, really busy here.
And then Devil 4663 is back.
Delta 1139 may step away for about 10 minutes.
So I was on the KISS. He changed me to the Rock City.
1139 approved.
Changed me back to the KISS. And maybe I misunderstood him.
Delta 2837, ready to go 3 left.
Okay.
Cleveland Center United 931 with you at flight level 350.
Okay, let's do our performance descent information.
98 at 931.
4 left. Winds are 070 at 5. 070
Delta
at 5.
2837.
Outside temperature
RNAV
is 29.
Correction, RNAV to blue, runway tree, left clear for takeoff.
30.00 is the altimeter.
2837.
Flaps 30. Our landing weight is scheduled to be 137,366. And that'll be a 149 approach, 147 landing. Okay, and we'll be doing brakes 2. Okay, that looks good on the performance. And since we're coming in on the KISS, we can go all the way down to
Good afternoon,
8,000.
Cleveland Center, Bravo 901, Juliet Foxtrot, flight level 330.
Oh man, busy, busy.
Everyone, Juliet Foxtrot, please.
I think the ATC might be a little loud, guys. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit.
Cleveland Center, Delta 2500 taxi from Detroit on patrol.
I use
Delta
VB2.
2500, are you facing north or south?
So, you know, Rookie, to
south,
answer your question, am I
right.
going to 2020? No.
Delta 2500 to be runway tree, left, taxi via Juliet and Papa.
I think it's too soon, although I like what Mike's doing.
Juliet Papa to 3 left, 2500.
I don't see it happening anytime soon. I'm not
Delta
saying
2500,
no, just not
when you get a
anytime
chance to
soon.
check your squawk 6366, please.
6366.
Let's see, we got
Center, good afternoon, Delta 538.
so it looks like we'll be bringing center all the way in. And we'll be going to runway gate Alpha
Delta
60.
538, cool, center. I don't think.
And altimeter.
Hey, Cleveland Center, Devil 4663. Just want to confirm, guys, from the Cougar 2 into Detroit.
4663, affirmative, it's going to be the Cougar 2, Metro's going to be landing north, and you can now descend via Cougar 2 arrival, except delete speed restrictions.
Alright, descend via Cougar 2 and expect delete speed restrictions in Devil 4663. Delta 2837, airborne to
Pattern
2.5.
altitude is going to be
Delta
3,000.
2837, radar contact,
and altitude here is 645.
Everything.
I think he's using a speakerphone.
Again for Delta 2837.
Delta 2313 vacating the runway, taxiing to the terminal.
Delta 2.
Oh, I just picked the gate this time, Sasha.
Taxi
And
Alpha
BBT is not free. No. It's not that expensive, but I like it. It's better than Top Cap.
On the last one.
2837, your squawk's incorrect. Squawk was 41 at 25, if you please. That's why I'm not getting
And I just picked a gate. No specific reason. I know American uses the Alpha gates in Detroit. Oh, we just got a big change in altitude.
My VRAM just froze. My mouse just froze. Like everything just froze.
Delta 2313, roger, taxiing via Alpha.
Stuck, Mike.
No, yeah, Sasha, app, what is it called? There's a download for free performance. It's called App Toolbox. Let me go look it up. App Toolbox. Heathrow? To Heathrow or around Heathrow sometime. Can't fly to Heathrow from Detroit today. We can, maybe next Monday we can fly, how about Copenhagen to Heathrow?
You should disconnect.
530 Cleveland Center, hello, your radar contacting SimBrief. The tracking to arrival metro altimeter is 3000.
It just dropped.
His,
On, go to Unicom.
yeah, he froze.
Guys, can you hear me?
He's coming back.
Cleveland Center, American 1, we copy you. 5x5.
Instructors, everybody just stay calm for a second. Delta 2837, your radar contact, climb maintain file level 340, daily speed restriction.
340, delete speed, stuff, 2837.
American 1, advise instruction, descend maintain 5000.
5,000 American 1.
American 803, descend maintain 5000, and just flight present heading for now.
5,000, maintain present, American open.
Well, he's back.
Flight 654, turn left heading 040, jungle localizer, descend maintain 4000, for fearing sight.
Fuel should be dead ahead.
Port Cleveland Center.
654, go ahead.
About
Can we take it
654,
down to
turn left heading
5,000 now?
040, descend maintain 4000, jungle localizer, for fearing sight.
Left heading 040 down to 4000 and join the localizer for the runway 05 on report for the air from the site.
Into Bravo, Max Orba late descent, descend maintain 10,000, flight
Excuse
heading
me.
up to 180 vectors to the
30 odd.
line of beverage approach runway 105.
30 odd.
Roger that, 10,000, flight
30 odd. Okay.
To Bravo. Christian Fitzgerald, altimeter is 2995. US Air 6040, Cleveland Center, welcome.
Cleveland Center, Air Transit 804 Romeo with you, flight level 39.
It's 804 Romeo, Cleveland Center, hello, SWAT 5764. That's a 2313 Cleveland Center.
That's a 804 Romeo.
Okay, that was log. Here's a 804 Romeo, Cleveland Center, SWAT 5764.
We're now walking 5764, Air Transit 80.
Insurance 804 Romeo, radar count at 17 west of KDTW, file level 390, welcome forward. But, the 530A, I already told you, these will be the cracking 2 arrival metro altimeter.
Sasha, try that.
Right?
Okay, cracking 2 arrival 3000.
There's a free version of Performance Toolbox.
Tower Delta 2500, Jordy, 3 left.
I used to work it. It's a little clunky, but works good.
2500.
Speed brakes armed.
2500 on FTP,
10,000.
runway 3, right clear, approaching runway 3,
Lights.
left clear for takeoff.
Get everybody in their seats.
The seatbelt sign is on.
RNAV B is clear for takeoff to runway 3, left, Delta 2500.
And 803, turn left heading 0730, send the maintain 4000, back to 35.
4000, can I get it again? From American Airlines.
803, turn left heading 0730, send the maintain 3000, back to Savannah.
Left 070 down 3000, back to Savannah, American Airlines.
Okay, looks like Curtis is heading in.
Cleveland Center, Delta 2313, requesting taxi clearance to cross runway 22 left.
Okay, we're gonna head off at
2313,
218.
cross runway 22 left at Romeo straight into parking.
Roger, Delta 2313. Taking runway 22 left at Romeo.
Looking good, guys. You know, I don't know if it does or not, Sasha. I knew it worked in an X-plane. I've never flown 2020.
Alpha 654, fuel off your 12 to 1 class 18 miles for fencing.
We'll report it side southwest 650.
Did you will report inside or do you have the fuel set?
No, that's the field beside 654.
Alpha 654, clear for the visual approach, runway 5 clear to land off low wind 04012.
Okay, heading 218 down to
Visual
5,000.
approach, when the runway side clear to land 05 left, southwest 654.
Port Shell 2500, 1300, direct fast.
At 2500, second your altitude passing?
1500.
2500, roger. I'm meeting file up at 200 to the speed restriction.
Speed restriction up to 200, Delta 2500.
So, Rookie, you getting the whole team together for World Flight again? I saw what came out. We're not allowed to talk about, but I'm sure you saw it. But anyway, you getting the whole team together again?
3203 Cleveland Center, 13 Myrtle Beach Airport.
I'll be flying as Air New Zealand 362 again this time with Duncan. We'll both be flying our own planes. There's Curtis right out there.
Request corporation style distractions by Romeo 10 Center. Actions at 804 Romeo cross Eastern and maintain 17000 Buffalo altimeter 3000.
He says 17000 there, transcend 804 Romeo. Cleveland Center, American 803, alright, let's just enough, we have to do visual.
Alpha 654, I thought you were going to have a clear for the visual approach to Romeo 5 clear to left.
There's wrong plane, American 803 was calling. We don't have ILS, we have to do visual.
Okay, 803, do you have a clear sight of your 10 clocks 18 miles?
We do, American 803.
Okay, American 803, clear for the visual approach, runway 4 left, clear to land wind and metro 0805.
Alright, clear for visual 4 left, clear to land 4 left, American 803.
American 1 descend maintain 3000, traffic off your, let's see, 10 clocks 10 miles, American 737 on B4 left.
1,000 to go.
Down to 3,000, American 1 has the company.
1,000 to go.
Traffic clear for the visual approach runway 4 left.
Cleared for the visual 4 left following the company, American 1. Thank you.
Thank you. Delta 2037, contact Chicago, Center 120.35. Have a good day.
2035, Delta 2037. Cleveland Center, Bravo 901,
Okay, Curtis, right on your ass, buddy.
Number 913, Foxtrot descend and maintain flight level 180.
Descend maintain 180, 1 Juliet Foxtrot.
No, it's D-U-N-C-A-N. No K in there. D-U-N-C-A-N, Duncan. Or Pikitanga. Not Dunkin' Donuts, just Dunkin'. That's pretty funny.
DBM2 Bravo, Mike descend to maintain 6,000. Do you have the fuel in sight? DBM2 Bravo, Mike clear for the visual approach runway 10 left, runway 10 left, clear to land. If you need to make it left, 360, that's approved.
Yeah, we got the company.
Citadel 2500, any chance direct Sanders?
And we're turning in.
Delta 2500, proceed direct Sanders.
Direct Sanders 2500, thanks.
We'll go flaps 1, slow it down. Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. I talked to Duncan almost every day. Okay, let's announce.
1,000 to go.
Turn that off. We got a sheet over here. And missed approach.
Good afternoon, Southwest 2786.
4,000.
Climate at 370.
Southwest 2786, wave 1, sensor, Delta. Southwest 2886, say again, your altitude, your proximity.
10 miles out.
Southwest 2786. Delta 1139, I'm back.
Delta 1139, what's my?
Let's go
American
flaps.
1, wind at Metro 070 at 5 knots, runway 4, left clear to land. You are currently 5 a trail of the company 75. American 73.
American 1 clear for 4 left, following the company. And we've got the glide slope, and we've got the localizer. We set the missed approach
Delta
altitude.
538, fly heading at 300, maintain 4,000.
We'll do flaps 5 and slow her down, guys. We'll take it over manually at 5 miles. We got the company.
Delta 538, if you weren't already,
have
these
coffee
could be
left.
if you weren't told already, these could be vectors for the visual pitch runway 3, right?
Visual 3 right.
So, Rookie, I got a new server computer, got a 7950 rocking now with DDR5 RAM and Samsung 990 with a 3090 for my server. Sure is running sweet with the Elgato pass-through card in it. Flaps 10. And we're going to take it manually, guys.
Citadel 2500, if we could go direct snake pit after Sanders, that would help.
Delta 2500,
flaps
negative
15,
4 steps I can do
and
is
gear down.
Sorry, after the DR6.
And let's do flaps
That's fine,
25.
Delta 2500.
And we're going to set our 149 as our bug. Just a bug. Nose down. We'll go flaps 30.
Right when able, taxi Alpha Victor Kilo up to the ramp, cross runway 4 right.
Arrival Alpha Victor Kilo to the ramps, cross 4 right, American 830, thanks.
And we're looking pretty good. A little more power. Final approach checklist. 3 down in green. Flaps 30. Attendant notify. Runway clear. Clear to land. Speed brake armed. Speed's good.
Delta 448.
Got 2 pappies. Power good.
500.
2 pappies. Two pappies. Power good.
400.
Back off of the power just a little bit here.
300.
Southwest 654, welcome to Buffalo.
Power coming down.
Taxi Alpha to the ramp cross 60.
200.
Power good. Over the threshold.
654, taxi Alpha to the ramp cross runway 30.
Got to put my minimums in.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake came out. And we'll get reversers going here. Forgot to put the minimums in.
80 knots.
Center America 1 has vacated 4 left at Alpha 4.
America 1, welcome to Motown. Taxi Alpha, Victor, Kilo to the ramp cross 4 right. You can follow your company.
Following the company, America 1. Crossing 4 right.
Delta 538, sorry about that. Line 3, right
Very
now,
nice. So we're going to go to TA. Lights are off. Flaps are up. We'll turn off the weather, MCP, terrain, turn off the window heats, the probe heats, the yaw damper, fire up that APU. Probe and steadies to steady. And APU's coming up. And we're going to follow him there. And Victor... Alpha Victor Kilo to the gate.
Delta 448, sorry about that. You are radar contact, call it 40 north of the flight run VOR wall. Delta 538 field is at your 11 o'clock in 15 miles to port side.
So now, rookie, all 4 of my computers have been rebuilt. My visuals are all now AMD 7800 X3DRs with B650E AM5 boards. Samsung 990 1 terabytes on the visuals, 2 terabyte on the server. 4090s on the visuals, the 3090 on the server. I think I'm good for 18 months on the computers. Performance is looking really good too. Heat levels are good. It's actually ended up being a good flight. Got a little crazy, but you know, it's okay. This is my first flight back on this server.
Cleveland Center, Bravo 91, Foxtrot, flight number 180 on Bronze 4 arrival.
So Curtis, you pick a spot and I'll park next to you.
Sorry,
Yeah, you like that 18 months? You laughed at that one, didn't you, Curtis? I mean, rookie.
Bravo 91, Kilo Foxtrot.
I don't know if you're laughing
at flight number 180
at me or with me.
on Bronze 4 arrival. Have information hotel at Hopkins.
Bravo 91, do that talk. Sorry about that. Maintain 5,000.
Let me turn this noise maker off. I did have 990, Intel 990s. I had 3 of them. I shipped them all to Duncan, free of charge, because I'm not going to use them. I don't want to rebuild them for somebody. Let him deal with them. He's actually got them up and running. Where are you going, Curtis? Oh, excuse me. I got the sniffles. I see where you're going. Okay, I'll just park next to you. You're out here on the end. That's good. So that'll be the A's. I think I'll just park to your right, Curtis.
And clear direct Asher, American 1410, thanks much.
Oh, no, we're down here at the Deltas. Oh, well. Let me pull it on in here. Actually, good flight. Stop it right there, and I need to fix something here. So we'll go transponder to standby, on any collision off, wing lights off, logo light off, fuel pumps off, and we're going to request doors open and chalk set, brake off, GPU, ground power, APU off. Okay, we'll turn the hydraulics off. Turn off the bleeds. Okay, I'll leave the packs on auto. Okay, we're all good there. And let's see what our landing rate was. We touched down at 132 feet per minute. That's better than my average. Yeah, you know, computers are weird things. Luckily with these AM5 boards, I think I just have to drop new processors in for a couple of cycles. Hopefully. Yeah, we do pay it forward. You're absolutely right. I couldn't afford to pay all the work that Duncan has done for me. I tell you, he's just been phenomenal what he's done for me. Rookie, yours is still in Newegg boxes. What'd you get? I'm really liking these. I am now an AMD fanboy. I was a big Intel guy, but now I've built five computers at AMDs, and I'm impressed. I think they went right by Intel as far as quality and performance and temperatures and just everything. Okay, you're working on your CRMs for WorldFlight with Mav. Cool. Yeah, Duncan and I, this will be our 5th year doing this together, 4th or 5th year, and it gets a little, you know, splitting it up between the two of us. It wears you out. By the end of the week, the last thing you want to do is put extra flights in. You just want to land and get the hell out of there. But, I really like WorldFlight. It gets a little frustrating. And I got to force myself to relax and realize that I don't have to be at the front. I don't have to be at the back. I can just be in the middle of the herd sometimes. So Sasha, what do you think about a flight next Monday from Copenhagen to Heathrow? Figure leave Copenhagen 1700 Zulu. next Monday, fly to Heathrow, or 1600 Zulu. So, Rookie, the 7950, are you going to have visuals, or is that just going to be your server? That 7950 3D is an amazing chip. I'm using just for my server the 7950X, the non-3D, because I don't need, my server doesn't have visuals on it. Yep, it sounds like you've got top drawer stuff. My server, I counted all the fans in there. There was 13 fans in there when you get done counting all the fans on everything. But it's running cool. I'm running a 360 rad on the 9950. My visuals are running 420 rads. 5 140s pushing in, and 1, 2, 3, 4 sucking out with the fans for the video card. And the power supply and little VRAM fans, whatever, you know. Using, yeah, server rack. I know what you mean. You know, there are some advantages of server racks. They pump a lot of air. They work. I mean, computers takes up a lot of space. Uh, 1800 Zulu. Can you make it 1700 Zulu? I can do 18, but 1700 Zulu works for me. No, I'm not on a server rack. I use Fractal Meshify XL cases. All 4 of mine are the same. They're all blacked out. Yeah, gotcha, Rookie. So Sasha, what is it gonna be? 1700 or 1800 next Monday? I'm good with either one. Okay, Sasha, let's plan on departing Copenhagen at 1800 Zulu for Heathrow next Monday. Yeah, there's no lights in mine. Mine are pitch black inside. They're so black you can't see anything. I would have preferred black sides, but I got the black smoke glass because they didn't have the darked out black smoke glass because they didn't have black. I don't like glass. No lights, no nothing, no fancy. All my fans don't have any RGBs. Mine are, you can't even tell they're on hardly. Okay, I'll be in obviously American 1. You'll be British Airways 632. Sounds good. I'll be at Delta 2. That's the American. I don't know where British Airways parks in Copenhagen, but I'll be at like Delta 1, Delta 2, Delta 3, or Delta 4. Curtis, you good with that? Copenhagen to Heathrow next Monday, 1800 Zulu. Pushback. Oh man. Yeah, it is pointless. I could care less about blinking lights. It's harder to get all those lights turned off. And it's funny because if you got some lights at night will reflect off the screen sometimes, and I hate that. I just hate little lights on LAN lights on the back of computers, the little blinking LAN lights, stuff like that. Yep. Copenhagen to Heathrow. Oh, Curtis. Damn. Quit. There's always an event in Copenhagen on Monday mornings. It starts at 1700. It's every Monday morning out of Copenhagen. So we'll just, you know, usually traffic. It'll be good. Yeah, Monday. My stream will probably start out half an hour before pushback, maybe a little longer. I won't go through all the stuff I did today, so probably a half an hour before pushback I'll start my stream. Yeah, I've used Rookie. I've used the what's the company that makes the fans? Oh, let me think. It's, damn it, I got 16,000 of those fans laying around. Now I can't remember the name of them. I just put 6 of them in. They're the, hold on. Man, that's what happens when you get old. Your brain goes. Hold on. Sounds good. Noctuna fans, that's what I use. Yeah, I use Noctuna blacked out fans. Okay, I've been informed by my wife that she needs to talk to me. A guy never hears that when your wife says, we need to talk. That's scary. That's real scary. Yeah, 1730 UK time. Well, when you say 1730 UK time, that Zulu time is UK time. So I guess, yeah, Zulu time. Yeah. Wait. Okay, guys, I gotta shut it down. Yeah, I'll put the stream up for Monday. No problem. Absolutely. No problem at all. Guys, I gotta shut it down. I want to thank you all for being here. Sasha, thanks for flying with us. Curtis, Rookie, it's good to see you. Jim, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I know, Jim. Yeah. Sam was in here earlier. It was a good flight, and I will talk to you all later, guys. So take it easy. Everything worked out great. Let's see, how do you shut this thing down? Stop stream.